You know, this is one of more than a dozen school shootings that have taken place throughout the country so far this year. We're only in February, too, when you think about that. So how do we as a nation cope? Well, here in the studio this morning is clinical psychologist Dr. Sheela Raja with ways to process such a tragedy. The first thing I think of is, how do you explain this to children? My daughter says to me, "Mommy, but how could someone even think of doing something so hurtful to other people?"
And it depends on their age. Kids know a lot more than we think that they know. They've been doing lockdown drills since kindergarten at this point, and many of them are scared. And I think we need to reassure them that they are safe and okay. But depending on their age, we also need to reassure them that we as parents understand that this is a problem and we are working to solve it and make them even safer. I mean, we have 5% of the world's population, 30% of the world's mass shootings. We have a public health crisis. We have a problem.
Truly do. And when you say that, what are some of the key things you can tell children?
Well, I mean, you can tell them that they're safe. You can tell them we're working to try to help you. We can tell them in an emergency situation, your teachers are trained. They're there to take care of you. But then also that they don't have to live like this long term.
And ask them questions about their concerns, too.
Exactly. Let them take the lead. Often with social media, they know a lot more than we think about all the details, unfortunately.
I know, that's really true. And you know, sometimes this happens sadly so often. We were just talking about the number of mass shootings. Sometimes you can become numb or even immune to it, but at the same time you say people really should process through it and work through it because you just can't push it aside.
Right. Avoidance works in the short term. It doesn't work in the long term. If we try to say this could never happen in my community, well, it's happening all over. And so we have a problem. And activism is actually healthy kinds of coping. I mean, I would encourage parents, don't give up. We changed motor vehicle accidents in this country, and we didn't outlaw cars and we didn't outlaw alcohol. We just put in sensible limits. And so getting active, getting vocal, you know, we have to advocate for mental health treatment when it comes to suicide. We have to advocate for sensible gun limits when it comes to homicide. These are important things.
Dr. Sheela Raja, thank you so much for joining us with those words of encouragement and advice, especially when it comes to children.
We can't give up. They deserve more.
Thank you.